I'm Audrey Williams, and in 2007, I had a change of heart working for a large corporate, and I just felt that I needed to do something more to give back to society. So I sent out my CV, and eventually I got contacted, and I went for the interview, and here was Khayelitsha Cookies. And the day that I walked into that facility and seeing the 3 women and 3 little house ovens on the tables, I saw this image of 1,000 people plus baking. And that's when I knew this is for me. So in 2013, the directors called me in with a box of tissues on their desk, and they said, "Audrey, we're sorry, the business is going to close down." By then, we employed just short of 50 women already. And I went home that night and I prayed, and I literally did the boldest step that I've ever taken in my entire life. And I offered the directors R1 for the business, took over 2.5 million rand debt, and the business was worth 100,000 rand in net asset values. Over and above that, the staff has got a 30% shareholding in the business through a trust fund. And I said to my fellow director, Eunice, "You know what, mums, without you, I can't do this." So I gave her 21% shareholding as well. And the passion behind Khayelitsha Cookies is for every woman that we employ, we know that they take care of 5 to 7 dependents. So the net effect for us is 1 person here represents 5 to 7 children that will not form part of these statistics. And that has been the driving force for Khayelitsha Cookies for this last few years. And I've never given up on that image of 1,000 ladies plus baking. So Khayelitsha Cookies already baked a baby brand teething biscuit, and Clicks approached us to ask us if we can bake a specialty teething range cookies for them under the Clicks brand name, which was phenomenal. It was such an amazing opportunity. And I went back to the drawing board, being a mom of a baby at that time. And the one night I was going, and I looked at the puree that was standing there on my kitchen counter. So the next day I arrived at work and I said to my staff, "Please bake cookies that contains fresh fruits and veg that is pureed." That is what we're presenting to Clicks. And we did it. And I mean, my staff first laughed at me. And when we baked the cookies, it was the most delicious teething cookies. And then we've also got our butternut rusks that we do with the babies. And shortly after that, Clicks approached us to say, "Is there something for the toddlers?" And that's when we started developing an apple and oats cookie for the toddlers and cereal bars with cranberries. And it has just been such a phenomenal journey because Clicks basically employs 16 of our staff members. They equate to 1/3 of our volume that we put through the facility. So if Clicks wasn't part of our journey, we wouldn't have been able to reach the targets that we had. It's not just a supplier relationship that we have with them. It is a group of people that you can tap into as an SMME, that you can pick up the phone and say, "I need to bounce an idea off you," or "I am struggling with completing this form," or "Clicks, where do we start applying for, like funds or grant funds? Please put us in contact with the right people." And I think people underestimate the value of mentors and a big brother in the industry. That is where these corporates play such a critical role in developing SMMEs in South Africa. It's not just giving us the opportunity to supply. It comes with that knowledge and a team that's filled with expertise that just helps us to grow from a tiny little business into a larger company that will employ a lot more people in South Africa.